Mr. Hibbs' classroom lies in the heart of the junior wing. He teaches senior world literature and IB theory of knowledge.
Hi, Mr. Hibbs.
Hi, Evie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. So to start off, I'm going to be asking you, when did you first start teaching and where?
I started teaching 31 years ago at the high school that I went to. So like a lot of people around here, they come back to CV and start teaching. I went back to my high school and started teaching.
Okay. Do you coach any sports or run any clubs at school? How did you get into these?
Yeah, I'm the varsity boys basketball coach. I started coaching when I was a junior in high school. And I first started coaching girls softball and girls basketball. And then I moved over to the boys side, and I've been coaching ever since.
What's your favorite part about being a teacher?
I would say my favorite part is being able to go into the classroom and talk about the literature and ideas that we talk about in TOK and get different perspectives from all the students, because I believe that education is really about gaining a different perspective, and it also helps me gain a different perspective.
That's a good answer. What are some of your hobbies?
Well, I don't have a lot of free time, but I definitely enjoy watching my kids play sports, spending quality family time with them. I also enjoy just watching sports. And then, of course, reading a good book when I have time, of course, outside the school year usually is when I get time to read the list of books that I like to read.
As a kid, did you want to be a teacher when you grew up? If not, what would you want to be?
Not necessarily. Although I was inspired by my 12th grade English teacher to kind of pursue English, I didn't necessarily think I was going to go into teaching. Like most students graduating high school, you want to get a job that's going to be well paying. And of course, so I decided to look into some marketing, finance, stuff like that. And of course, that didn't do anything for me. And my passion was always with the literature, so I continued with that. And ultimately, with that in conjunction with coaching, teaching was a great way for me to spend my time and have a career.
That's good. You teach an IB TOK class that you mentioned. What do you do in this class, and how did you get into it?
Well, in that class, it's my favorite class to teach because the ideas there, it's all about how we know and how do we know what we know. So it's all about arguing, and I like to argue. Don't ask my wife about that one though. It really is fun to watch the students grow in their thinking and how they construct arguments from the first year to the second year of IB. I was at an IB school prior to this, and I didn't teach theory of knowledge, but I learned about theory of knowledge class from being a part of that school. And when I got here and they said they were going to institute an IB program, I went straight to Dr. Harner and said, hey, I would love to be the theory of knowledge teacher.
Nice. So you have like a little mini fridge in your room. Do you want to tell us what's usually in there?
I don't know if I can tell you that. No, it's all Diet Coke. It's filled with Diet Coke. I have just a little addiction.
Little one. So you said you teach a philosophy class, and the meaning of life. What is your philosophy on life?
Well, I think that's going to be a little bit long and drawn out as far as my philosophy. But mine is all about gaining knowledge, self-knowledge. And I think what I teach the seniors in world literature is that basically suffering gives you humility to be able to see yourself for who you are so you can gain self-knowledge, and you can use that self-knowledge to redeem yourself and ultimately gain happiness. So I think that going through all the trials and tribulations and all the situations you have to go through in life, ultimately if you use them to better yourself as a person and come out, that you'll be happier in the end. And that is basically my philosophy of life.
That's nice. Do you have any advice on your graduating seniors, maybe?
Well, I will give my POL to them next Thursday. And there's a lot of advice in there. But hopefully they gathered a lot of advice from all of the stories that we taught, and all of the class discussions that we had. And hopefully the advice was in that each and every day to kind of help them gain a passion for something and ultimately be able to use that to better the world.